And we are back.
All right. Final segment. Tiger Head over here can't stop fucking burping.
I don't know why. It's weird. Anyway.
Hell in a Cell, WWE 2020. The pre-show. The panel fucking sucked. It was terrible.
Awful.
It was terrible.
So Elias got on there, and I think this one took the cake on me being, like, actually pissed off. Elias got on screen and said there's something the same about two Jeffs. They're both junkies. And you can tell that Jeff Jarrett got really...
Oh, he got angry.
He was very mad. I'm like, you assholes.
Right.
Like, at that point, I was offended. I'm like, guys.
That's terrible.
Jeff Hardy, I know for a fact, was okay with bringing up his past.
Right. But did you ask Jeff Jarrett how he might feel?
Right. He was so pissed off.
So anyways, it was Jerry Lawler,
they were talking
Booker
all,
my God, it was terrible.
They were talking all over each other.
Oh, they were.
They were like... They had no idea what was going on, who was fighting, and they didn't care.
Right, they just didn't. Anyways, pre-show panel was a joke.
It was an
the only redeeming part was R-Truth, of course.
Right. So I will say
because the interaction between him and Jeff Jarrett was
right.
just amazing.
Right. Oh, Jeff Jarrett and R-Truth have really good chemistry.
Oh yeah, they do.
And I think that really helped with
it did.
Jeff Jarrett. So I have seen so many pre-shows when they started doing pre-shows.
Right.
This was
the worst.
Bar none the worst.
It was the worst pre-show.
1,000,000%.
The worst pre-show that I have ever seen.
Yep. But so R-Truth did defend the 24/7 champion against Drew Gulak. The match was really good.
It was.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
I thought it's like, okay, this is how you bring back this because the hardcore champion was still defended in regular matches.
Right.
And then like a bunch of your general dorks like Akira Tozawa, the Lucha Brothers, and the
Lucha House Party.
Lucha House Party, Lucha Brothers. Yeah, right. They would be in a segment like this.
Anyway, so yeah, they chased after R-Truth after the match was over, which is fine. That's just the point of it.
And then R-Truth did like the 5 moves of doom, and they're like, oh, R-Truth's childhood hero. Isn't R-Truth like 3 years older than John Cena? Because Paradox. But it was fun.
It was.
I was not offended by the match itself, just the dorks.
I was offended by the pre-show.
Just not the pre-show match, just the pre-show.
I was offended by the pre-show.
And of course, when we start, we go into the match I was most looking forward to. Hell in a Cell, I Quit for the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. Jey Uso said, I quit because Jimmy Uso came in. Roman Reigns was like torn. And
he was crying.
And then he put Jimmy Uso in the triangle choke because the match was still going on even after Jey was knocked out. Jey woke up, got to his brother, and said, I quit so Reigns would let go.
Right.
And Roman Reigns did win the match. He retained.
After the match,
people, hold on.
Okay, let's talk before we talk about what happened after the match. Let's talk about the match itself. Roman Reigns crying. Oh my God! It was just what is happening.
If you thought the match between these two at Night of Champions was good, this one annihilated it. And made it look like Jenna Maraska and Sharmell at Victory Road. It was a great match.
Oh, yeah.
I put in this all quotes, what a goddamn match and performance.
I mean, it wasn't even about the moves in the match itself. It was just about
the pacing, the dialogue, the ramifications.
Right.
It just fit so well. And,
I
mean, I even choked up when Roman Reigns was crying. His lip was quivering. There were tears. His eyes were puffy. He made himself cry on cue when it's like, what are you doing? Jimmy Uso got in there to protect his brother, and it was just like,
and then they started name dropping their actual names, and it's like, God.
It was so goddamn good. Oh my God.
And then after the match, Alpha and Sika came out and coronated Roman Reigns as the tribal chief.
Yep, he is officially the tribal chief. What a performance. If you thought that the singing and dancing thing from Dynamite was good, this one just blew it out of the water on the totally opposite spectrum.
And even the reactions from Paul Heyman, even the reactions from Paul Heyman about this. Paul Heyman was, it was almost genuine about how shocked he was that something like this could happen.
I cannot say enough about this.
You have to. If this is this, you have to watch this pay-per-view in general. But this match, oh my God!
I will say, just because this match, this is the best Hell in a Cell pay-per-view I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
By a mile, and we haven't even gotten into the rest of it.
I know.
So anyway, Elias versus Jeff Hardy was the second match to follow that.
Right.
And they had a good match.
It was a decent match.
It was a guitar shot by Jeff for the DQ, so they're going to continue the rivalry.
That's fine.
I don't mind. I thought it was a nice little palate cleanser.
Oh, I like it because Elias and Jeff Hardy have a backstory.
Yep, they have a multi-month promo. Elias is thinking that Jeff Hardy did run him down.
Yep.
And obviously Jeff Hardy is like, I did not. I thought it was fine. And then, that was good.
It was good. The Miz versus Otis was the next match. Now,
this was for Money in the Bank.
If you've seen Law and Otis, oh my God.
So Law and Otis was great.
Law and Otis was great. So anyways, Otis, so the Miz is just saying that Otis isn't the rightful Money in the Bank contract holder because of reasons. Anyways, because if you remember, Otis actually didn't climb the ladder. Actually, the briefcase fell and Otis just caught it.
Right.
And I don't think the Miz was even in that match. Was he the one at the top of the ladder? I don't know.
No, it was AJ Styles who was on top.
It was AJ. But anyways, the point being is that the Miz versus Otis, it was a decent match.
I liked it.
It was the storyline, especially after we got another betrayal.
So Tucker hit Otis with the briefcase to betray him because they're split. Otis is going to Raw. Tucker is staying on SmackDown.
No, Otis is staying on SmackDown.
Oh, he is now?
Yeah. No, Otis has always stayed on SmackDown.
Oh, I thought he was drafted to Raw.
No. Tucker was drafted to Raw.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so yeah. Tucker is now a heel and aligned in some fashion with The Miz and John Morrison.
Great.
So now Tucker has a whole new dimension to his character.
And he cut a great promo.
He did.
Otis went back there and attacked Tucker. And it was... From beginning to end, this had great story. The match itself was decent in its own right.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home to mom about, but just the story factor was amazing. And I was very happy with it.
Yep, it was. Yeah, I was happy with it.
Finally,
anyways,
the match.
Bayley and Sasha Banks Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Talking about a great match.
Build.
A great match.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing storytelling even in the match. Bayley tried to do this weird spot with 2 kendo sticks and duct tape, but she was so sweaty she couldn't get the duct tape out. So she probably spent a good 3 minutes playing with this goddamn duct tape spot thing, and it's like, dude, it was 3 minutes, but it felt like 10.
It did.
It was really bad.
It was bad. But anyway, she kind of abandoned that, but all the other spots were great.
It was awesome. It was such a great, innovative, wonderful Hell in a Cell, a great blow. This is what a Hell in a Cell match is meant for.
I really hope that the Bayley Sasha Banks saga is over now. Knowing the WWE, it's not. But this is a perfect blow-off match right here.
Right.
That is how you end a rivalry. Banks statement with the chair. So Bayley had her special little friend chair.
Yep.
And Bayley used that chair for the Banks statement for Bayley to tap out. Banks won. Great match. Sasha Banks is now a Grand Slam Women's Champion. Congratulations.
It was amazing.
It was a great match.
A great match, and Bayley had a great entire Women's Championship reign. She'll get it back at some point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But 380 days.
It was awesome. So anyway, let's go to a match that was made tonight, and it was garbage. I don't know where you were for like half of this. Bobby Lashley and Slapjack.
I was going to the bathroom.
Right.
I thought that taking a shit was better than watching.
Right.
This
He
match.
was taking a shit. So it was a hurt lock by Bobby Lashley to retain. Oh, it was for the United States champion. Yeah. This match was the most. It was sloppy garbage.
Oh yeah, it was garbage.
Slapjack tried to hit a drop kick. Totally missed.
I mean,
Lashley still sold it.
I saw a better performance in my toilet than I saw in this match.
It was really bad. It was such a bad match.
It was so bad.
And then also Retribution tried to attack Lashley, but the Hurt Business came out, wiped them out. Retribution is done.
They're dead.
Give them up.
Give it up. Nobody cares about Retribution.
McMahon, you and your stupid-ass creative writing bullshit team who should all be fired ruined this. This group was the most talked about group for a while in the professional wrestling world. But then they got contracts, and they got these stupid names, and they have these stupid masks. It's not that hard.
And now they're losers. Now there's a bunch of fucking losers.
Right. The one thing, like you were trying to do a Nexus angle, but the thing with the Nexus is that they actually earned their fucking contracts.
Right.
They just came in and wrecked shit.
Right.
And they had a message that meant something.
Right.
What is Retribution's message other than destroy the system? If you were going to do that, don't sign them.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Anyway, I mean, I could bitch about Retribution all day long, but let's get to the main event. It was Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell for the WWE Champion, and Randy Orton hit the RKO and won.
Yeah?
We were like, huh? What?
What all of a sudden happened?
I was shocked.
I was too. My initial thought was Randy Orton won the title so that The Miz could come and cash in Money in the Bank and beat Randy Orton so that Drew McIntyre would save face.
Right.
But that didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen now.
Right. That's say it can't happen later. But anyways, yeah, it was a great Hell in a Cell match.
A great event. I liked it.
Well, out of the three, I think that the Drew McIntyre Randy Orton match was my least favorite of the three for sure.
Nothing bad about that because the other two were just
they were
far
so
out and
far
they're
out.
great.
Yeah, they were so far removed.
Overall, what is your out of 5 stars? Your thoughts of that, and then also the match of the night.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars.
Okay.
There were good matches, but then there were also bad matches. It was very well paced, but again, it was just there was just some things in there that just kind of brought it down. And then my match of the night, I think I have to have a tie between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso and Bayley Sasha Banks.
Okay.
I can't pick out of those two. I can't pick which one's better.
Okay, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I thought really only one match pissed me off. Every other match was good to fucking amazing, and by a country mile, I gotta give this to Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. I like the Bayley and Sasha Banks match. Trust me, it was a great match, but there was such an emotional depth that Roman Reigns and Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso put into their match that really put it over the top.
I think Bayley and Sasha Banks have a great case for that.
No, they did, but there was such a difference with the Roman Reigns Jey Uso match. Like it was such a different thing. That's just my opinion.
Anyways.
For the 2 nights, what was the best show and what was your favorite match?
Well, I have to give it to Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
And I have to give it.
Agree with you.
And I have to give it to the two that I mentioned, the Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and the Bayley Sasha Banks matches. Fantastic matches, fantastic finishes. Even though they were obvious as to who was going to win, they were still just both just fucking fantastic.
Right. I'm gonna say the same. It was definitely Hell in a Cell by a country mile, and Roman Reigns and Jey Uso by another country mile. Overall, it was a great weekend for wrestling.
It was.
It was just a fantastic weekend. I was very pleased.
Yep.
And I want to personally thank you all for listening to the show. We're about to hit show number 60, and that is going to be our special Halloween
Yeah, so what kinds of things are we going to be mentioning in our Halloween special?
We're going to talk about NXT Halloween Havoc.
Yes, we're going to watch that.
I am going to be doing the wrestling lesson on Halloween Havoc throughout the years.
Okay.
We're going to be hopefully watching the CMLL the Dias de la Muertes show, which is their Halloween show, because obviously Halloween is gigantic in Mexico.
And then I will be doing my Bible study on the religious origins, implications of groups such as the Brood and the what was the Undertaker's group called?
Ministry of Darkness.
Ministry of Darkness.
So like the religious part of it on okay, if these were religions, what would they be?
Or not necessarily that, but we'll figure it out.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. A great Halloween themed special coming to you next week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Follow us on social media. Follow me more specifically on my brand new Instagram account.
How's that going, by the way?
I only have one post. I'm so lazy about it.
No. How many followers?
Oh, I have like 17.
Oh, it's not bad.
No. Anyways, so I'll let Tiger Hype finish this out here.
Yes, as always, be
majestic.